You weren't born in the dirt, but on the silks of Persepolis. Your father is Shahraman, the great king of Persia. Your mother was a concubine whose name history has forgotten, but who gave you the beauty and grace of a cat. You are the prince. You have no name. Across an entire trilogy, through thousands of deaths and rewinds of time, no one ever calls you by your name. You are a title, a function, an acrobat destined to save the world, only to be forgotten by tomorrow. Your childhood wasn't about playing hide and seek. It was about fencing with the greatest generals of the East. You grow up arrogant. You think war is an adventure. You want glory. You want bards to sing songs about you. You fool. You don't yet know that your song will be a scream of horror, trapped in the hourglass of eternity. Your first war. You and your father lay siege to the Maharaja's palace in India. The treacherous vizier betrays his master and opens the gates for you. You think this is a victory. You run to the treasury ahead of the soldiers. Are you looking for gold? No. You're looking for glory. You find the Dagger of Time, a strange rusty piece of iron that glows from within. You take it in your hands, and your fate is sealed. You press the button on the hilt, and the world freezes. You feel a wave of nausea. This isn't magic. It's a violation of reality. You've just stolen a few seconds from death. You return to your father, proud of your trophy. You've also captured the sands of time, a giant hourglass. The vizier, that old jackal, goads you. Open it, my prince. Release its wonder. And you, driven by pride, plunge the dagger into the glass. Boom. Apocalypse. The sands burst forth. This isn't beach sand. This is the curse of ancient gods. Anyone touched by the grains transforms into a monster. Sand zombies. Your soldiers, your friends, your father. Shahraman, the great king, becomes a snarling beast that wants to eat your face. You are terrified. Only you, the vizier, and the captured Princess Farah remain human. Why? You have the dagger. The vizier has his staff. Farah has a medallion. You are the three survivors in the hell you created. Your life becomes a marathon. The palace of Azad is a giant obstacle course. Your main enemies aren't the monsters. Your enemies are gravity and architects. Who built this place? Why do you need to run along a wall, jump off a pillar, do a flip, and hit a switch that only opens the door for 3 seconds just to get to the bathroom? You hate these architects. Parkour. Wall running. It only looks cool from the outside. Here's an infographic of what you're feeling. When you run along a vertical wall, the strain on your ankles is 5 times your body weight. Your knees are disposable parts. You wear through the soles of your boots in a single level. You hang by your fingertips over a bottomless pit. Your muscles burn with lactic acid. You don't sleep, you don't eat, you just run. You are the Prince of Persia, but you feel like the Prince of Pain. You fall. You plummet into the abyss. Your scream is cut short by the crunch of bone. Black screen. The end? No. You press the button. Whoosh. Time rewinds. You watch your body fly out of the chasm and back onto the ledge. You're alive. You've cheated death, but your memory still holds the pain of the fall. You remember dying, yet you are alive. It drives you insane. Déjà vu becomes your chronic condition. How many times have you actually died? 10? 100? 1,000? To an outsider, you clear the level perfectly. For you, it's Groundhog Day in hell. Your combat style. You're not a warrior. You're a dancer with a scimitar. You vault over enemies, slashing at their backs, but they don't die. The sand makes them immortal. You have to knock them down and finish them with the dagger. Suck the sand out of them. Every kill is a ritual. You fill the dagger's tanks with sand so you can rewind time again. You kill to earn the right to make a mistake. You face your father, the Sand King. This is the most terrifying moment. You have to kill the man you idolized. You slice through his sandy flesh as tears stream down your face, mixing with the dust. "Forgive me, Father." You scream it into the void. You age 10 years in a single night. Farah, the Maharaja's daughter, a girl with a bow and a sharp tongue. You run together. She squeezes through cracks. You drag boxes. You argue. She calls you selfish. You call her a nuisance. But there's chemistry. You fall in love. In the middle of the apocalypse, surrounded by monsters, you find a moment of warmth. The scene in the elevator. It's dark. You talk about life, about a word. Kakolukiya. It's a moment of connection, but you know there won't be a happy ending. The vizier throws you into a dungeon. You lose everything. Your sword, your shirt, you're now topless, the iconic look, your confidence. You escape, but Farah falls. She dies saving you. You hold her lifeless body. You look at the hourglass. You have a choice. Leave things as they are and live with the grief, or rewind everything, back to the very beginning. Before the siege, before the dagger, before you ever met. You choose duty. You plunge the dagger into the top of the hourglass. The great reset. Time rushes backwards in a whirlwind. You are back in your father's tent before the assault. Nothing happened. No one died. Your father is alive, but no one remembers. Only you. You carry the memory of an entire war that never was. You run to Farah. She's alive, sleeping in her room. You wake her to warn her about the vizier. She looks at you like you're insane. "Who are you? How do you know my name?" You tell her the story, the entire game, like a fairy tale. She doesn't believe you. You kill the vizier, preventing the apocalypse. You give her the dagger. She asks, "But why should I believe you?" Do you kiss her? No. She doesn't know you. You leap into the jungle, calling back one last word. Kakolukiya. She flinches. She remembers the word she told you in a future that never happened. You leave, a hero that no one knows. You saved everyone, but you are completely alone. 7 years pass. You've been running for 7 years. You thought you could cheat fate? Ha! Fate is a debt collector who always gets paid. You broke the timeline. You were supposed to die, but you didn't, and the universe sends a cleanup crew after you. The Dahaka, a guardian of time. A giant black monster of tentacles and nightmares. It cannot be killed. It cannot be harmed. You can only run from it. Part 2. Warrior Within. You've changed. You're not the boy in white pants anymore. You're a hunted animal. Your eyes are sunken. You haven't slept in years. You wear armor. Your body is covered in scars. Your soul is blacker than tar. Heavy rock is your new soundtrack. Godsmack is playing in your head. You've become cruel. You don't dance with your swords anymore. You dismember. You chop off heads. You slice bodies in half. You grab a second weapon from your enemies and become a whirlwind of death. Your goal is the island of time, the place where the sands were created. You want to find the Empress of Time and kill her in the past, so the sands are never made. It's the logic of desperation. You sail there. Your ship is destroyed. You survive. Again. The island is a gothic labyrinth of a castle. Here, the past and present are intertwined. You use portals to travel between them. In the past, the castle is magnificent. In the present, it's in ruins. You change history as you go. You meet Kaylina, a beautiful woman in red. You think she's a servant. You want to save her. But she is the Empress, and she has seen her own fate. You will die at the hands of the prince. You are both trying to change the future, and in doing so, you fulfill it. It's the tragedy of Oedipus with parkour. The Dahaka hunts you. When the screen turns to sepia, when the world loses its color, you know it's near. You run. Your heart pounds in your throat. If it touches you, you're gone. You don't die. You simply cease to exist, erased from history. You find the mask of the Wraith. You put it on and become the Sand Wraith. Now you are the monster. Your health drains every second. To live, you must kill. You travel back in time to kill your other self. Paradoxes. Your head aches from the time loops. In the end, you figure it out. The Dahaka is afraid of water, and it fears the water sword. You find the secret weapon. You save Kalina. You kill the Dahaka together. Fate has been changed. You've defeated death. You take the girl, get on a ship, and sail home to Babylon. You think you've earned your peace. You're so naive. Part 3. The Two Thrones. You approach Babylon. The city is burning. Your people are being slaughtered. Your ship is sunk. Kalina is captured. It turns out that by changing the past in the second game, you undid the events of the first. The Vizier is alive. He's back, and he remembers everything. He kills Kalina. He releases the sands. He becomes a god. And you get infected. The sand gets into your wound. You get a roommate, the Dark Prince, a voice in your head, cynical, angry, cruel. Schizophrenia as a superpower. Periodically, you transform into a black monster. You get a chain whip, the Dagger Tail. You swing from it like a Middle Eastern Spider-Man. But the Dark Prince drains your health. You are constantly dying. You need sand to live. You're an addict. Your inner voice says, leave them. They are weak. Take power. You argue with him out loud. Passers-by think you're crazy. They're right. You meet Farah again. In this reality, she doesn't know you. Again. You try to impress her, but she only sees a brutal killer. You have to prove to her, and to yourself, that you are a hero, not a monster. You fight your way through the burning city. You climb the Tower of Babel, an epic battle with the Vizier. You kill him, tearing the wings from the self-proclaimed god. But the Dark Prince doesn't leave. This is all mine, my kingdom. You are inside your own mind. A mental battle. You chase a phantom of Farah. The Dark Prince screams at you, offering power, control. You must do the hardest thing of all, not fight. You must walk away. You turn your back on your dark side. You leave your rage in the darkness. You wake up. The finale. You're standing on a wall with Farah. She asks, "How did you know my name?" You look at the sunset. You are tired. Your body is a map of scars. Your soul is a patchwork quilt of different timelines. You pull out the Dagger of Time, the ultimate weapon. You could be king of the world, but you realize that power is a trap. Do you give her the dagger? No. You tell her a story. Most people think time is a river. You repeat the words from the beginning of the first game. The circle is complete. You are the narrator of your own legend, your life's summary. Class, Acrobat Assassin. Kill count, enough sand monsters to populate a small country. Vases smashed, 1,000,000. Distance wall run, enough to circle the equator. Time rewinds, infinite. Your age is uncertain. Biologically, you're about 25. Chronologically, you've lived hundreds of years in time loops. Your psyche is shattered. You've watched everyone you love die, then undone it, only to watch it happen again. Your diet? Water from fountains. Seriously, you heal stab wounds by drinking from a dirty fountain in a sewer. Your immune system must be divine. You are the Prince of Persia. But your greatest tragedy isn't in the game. It's in reality. You birthed a genre. You taught Ezio Auditore how to climb walls. You gave the world parkour mechanics. And what did you get? Oblivion. Your creators, Ubisoft, forgot you. They turned your spin-off, Assassin's Creed, into a cash cow and left you to rot in the sand. Your remake has been delayed for years. You've become a myth. The old-timers remember your greatness. The young kids ask, "Is that the guy from the Jake Gyllenhaal movie?" You are a ghost of former glory. You sit in the halls of time, watching assassins in hoods perform your tricks, and you smirk. They are just copies. You are the original. You were running on walls when they were still learning to walk. What do you have left? Only sand. It slips through your fingers. You understand that you can't defeat time. You can only negotiate with it. You sheathe your swords. You take off the crown that never fit because you never wore it. You were just a guy who wanted to fix his mistakes, and you did. The price was high, but it was worth it. Or was it? Who knows? Time will tell. And if it doesn't, you can always rewind it. Next time, you are Arthas Menethil, the Lich King, the golden boy of the paladins who wanted to save his people so badly that he slaughtered them all. You took up the cursed blade Frostmourne, sold your soul for revenge, and became the jailer of the damned. You sit on the frozen throne, and your helmet is frozen to your head. The story of the fall of Azeroth's most beloved prince. Tell us in the comments, who do you want to be? The Persian acrobat with a dagger, or the Death Knight with a rune blade? This is Through the Eyes of a Warrior. We rewind boredom. Subscribe before the sand runs out.